Hitting live.
All right.
And we are live.
Live, you say, Stuart?
Yes, better than being dead, generally. Yeah.
It is, unless you're a Casper-friendly ghost and you just want to, like, fly around. Then being alive would not be conducive to flying around.
It's true.
Not the best argument in the world, but you put me on the spot there,
Well,
so I come up with one.
but welcome back, guys. I am Captain Foley.
Hi, and I'm Commander Cockings. And...
But we all know.
Oh.
We all know that I'm the one in charge. Because I got a bigger hat. This is true.
In that scene, I always rewatch it a few minutes before the live. That scene made me laugh again. It's a genuinely funny scene. I think that's rather charming. And I'm not a hat person. I wear cap.
I know.
I know you know.
I wasn't gonna tell you about this because it's like,
If Sergeant Uniforms had a hat, I might have a hat.
I mean, they do in the JJ verse.
Well, I suppose. Okay, Stuart. Only on Trekyards, eh? Only on Trekyards.
It's true.
I'm going to start sharing, and you
Please
can tell wonderful people what's going on.
All right. You guys can make deals with me because I have the biggest hat. So here's the situation. Sergeant Montgomery's already thrown in a super chat. Super chats are a great way to support the channel and help us out. Or you can head on over to Trekyards or Trekyards.com and click the donate button as well. But super chats are a great way during the lives because you get your comment read, your question answered. You get to interact with us in real time, and we do read them all on the air. So if you can, please do. Don't forget that you can join the channel at the rank of Commander, Captain, Admiral, Fleet Admiral, and Federation President. Many ways to support the channel on a monthly basis that way. So you can do that. And yeah. Arriba, andale, mon capitaine. If you want to PayPal, you can send us PayPal at trekyards@hotmail.com. All the information for that is in the link. There is in the description of every video. So if you want to do that, please do. Hey, Max Foley is here. Hey, Max, how's it going? So anyway, yes, you can also check out our Patreon, Patreon/Trekyards. It's another monthly way to help us out. Or you can head on down to the comments or to the description down below and check out the TeePublic store and the Teespring store. Really great Trekyards merchandise down there. So if you want to get yourself a Trekyard shirt or something, or a mug, or a sticker, or a magnet, or multiple other things, you can. I'm going to take this hat off now because you know that I have the hat. So now I can take it off. You see. This is the way of things. All right, so yeah, once Samuel's done sharing, we'll read these super chats and get on with the review of season 2, episode 6, the Spy Humongous of Lower Decks. So 35 people here, 33 likes. That's awesome. One of the simplest ways to help us out, though, guys, is just hit that like button. If everybody hits the like button, that's really important to the algorithm. So if you can, please do. And yeah, hope to see the likes go up like right now. Let's shoot up to 50. I want to get 50 likes. Easily done. 17 more people have to hit that like button. Yep. Sebastian just threw in a super chat, and we'll read that in a second as soon as Samuel gets back here. Yeah, so here he comes. There we go. All right, we got some super chats to read right off the hop. Dun dun dun.
Go for it.
Sergeant Montgomery, $5. Welcome to Planet Pakled, where thumbs up make us go, and the one with the biggest helmet knows what to do. It's true.
Fair.
Ozzy Maderos, $2.
Thank
Super Captain Foley needs his helmet. I was thinking of bringing down my Mandalorian helmet, but I chose a hat instead because whatever. And Sebastian, aka Space Daddy, throws in €5. Thank you so much. I can't believe Playmobil sent you the bloody Enterprise for free. Bloody bastard. Looking forward to the review. I'll gladly take it off your hands.
He would gladly.
I'll be filming that review probably this weekend. I think I might get Sylvia involved in the unboxing and review because I want another brain there to say, yeah, this isn't worth the money, so I don't sound like an asshole.
Or it's too freaking cool.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see how it goes with the review and unboxing, but it's expected probably on Thursday this week. I think that'll be the Thursday video. So
Because it's one of those things where, just like the Enterprise C, until you really got in your hands, you didn't like it. So maybe when you actually see it in all of its glory, and it's like, this is actually really amazing. You really don't
could
know until
be.
you
I
see
mean,
it.
I'm gonna try out the AR, the augmented reality they got for the bridge and the characters and
Ooh.
stuff, and see how that is. That's the big selling thing that I think they want to go for.
Well, damn.
So use my iPad and like you can see the characters do things or whatever. That'd be kind of cool. So
Okay. But speaking of kind of cool, Stuart,
oh yeah, it was an episode.
there is. What are your thoughts on Star Trek Lower Deck Season 2, Episode 6? The
Pretty good.
Pakled one.
Probably... the Spy Humongous. Pretty good episode. One of the better ones of the season, I think. A little disjointed and weirdly structured in some parts, but I think overall some really fun stuff here. It felt like it had multiple endings, which bugs me all the time. But there was perfect little fade out moments, and I was like, we got to wrap this up. Oh, we got to wrap this one up too. And then the end with Armis was just like a good laugh. So. But yeah, that's my thoughts. One of the better ones of this season. Not the best, but definitely better than like we had 2 episodes there that were kind of meh for me. But this one's definitely above those. So yeah. Anyway, what about you? What did you think?
Yeah, for me it was pretty good, and having just rewatched it, I caught a little more of the subtleties in it, but none of the 3 plots did anything particularly wow. Whereas last week there was a few wow moments. This one didn't quite have those. It was a lot of like solid B grade material, but too much B grade material with not enough exploration into the depth of it. Makes it all kind of shallow. And I've just watched it and already walking away from it the second time, all of the looking for alien materials, completely forgotten all of it. It was so unmemorable. I've just watched it again. I'm never going to think about those scenes again. Completely lost. So, as we've said, I'll just completely take those scenes out, replace it with better, more interesting stuff. Boiling stuff was interesting, very good for character, and it was good to meet the crew. That's great to see, but again, didn't have that moment of something. Needed one extra zazz. It was missing that zazz. And then everything Packard was fun, but straddling that line between their villainous and their comedic, they weren't either, which puts them in an odd position while they were more realistic, logically, because you're committing to them, you've got to kind of give them a bit more depth. They weren't that menacing or that funny. They're bits of each, so it's hard to sort of work out how you feel about them. So there's too many story plots, and the main side one kind of failed a bit, really. Mm-hmm. Although I'm happy that all the random stuff that was from the trailer that we weren't really excited about was in this episode pretty much, which leaves us slowly all the gold to come, we think. So pretty good, but unmemorable overall. You'll remember Pakled, and you'll remember Enterprise D Bridge. Everything else you'll forget.
Wow.
I will, anyway.
Except for Tendi at the end, lying on the floor.
No, Armis. That helped save it. That got it probably like a 0.5 point extra just having a strong end.
What, Armis? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That was really good. That was definitely worth admission.
The Ronin of $10.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I bribe you boys a few bucks to linger on a torn uniform Tendi?
Yes.
Oh. Probably. Another $5 super chat, and we'll do that
Which
for you.
I think
we
have
already.
I think Matt already's. I think Matt wants it anyway. So.
Okay, well, let's see. Matt Borman, $5. I'd love to see a series of commercials like the Jack Lynx messing with Sasquatch, only to have them be messing with arms. Yes, those would be actually kind of awesome.
And voiced by the guy they killed last season, and you could tell it was him instantly, but he did a pretty decent job. The Bajoran guy, same guy voiced both. He often voices other people in the show, and he voiced that as well.
Jax, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Eugene, 2,000 rubles.
Ooh.
Well, Pakled thing is way too overdragged this season, but the episode itself is nice, comfy, and wholesome. No, I think the Pakled thing's quite interesting, actually.
I think they've been.
I love that
almost underused. We got a little bit in Riker, and here everything else just mentions.
Yeah. Which they're the new threat.
But we're leading into something.
So, yeah. Wilder215 throws in 10 euros. So thank you so much. Seeing this red shirt group reminded me of the most previous Star Trek series. Starfleet ships were crewed mostly by humans. Lower Decks really shows how species diverse the Federation really is. Yeah.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, and this one is very light on the references
Mm.
to other canon and just the little Easter eggs. I mean, the biggest one was the animated series version of the Kinzinti, where he's like,
Well,
instead of
yeah.
being like this, stand up. That was awesome because, yeah,
I think arguably the biggest is the constant Janeway and Picard references and the Enterprise D bridge. Mulpil would get those for sure, but there isn't much. I was kind of surprised though, and we'll get there in a minute, the fact that the Pakled steel tech, why was their homeworld not littered with random garbage from other races?
yeah,
I don't know why there
yeah,
wasn't a Tal Shiar building there and a, I mean, obviously they cleaned it up. It's the place where the Emperor is. Fine, sure, that makes sense. But it was odd to see not this conglomeration of things or in orbit to have like a whole spaceport of. Is that a Mirror Universe Terran ship? Yes. Okay. Like that was sorely missing, and yes, it obviously draws focus and it feels a bit excessive. But if these guys are meant to be the pulling everything from everything, then they felt extremely. And you said this about the ships, homogenous. They lost that vibe they were being given from previous episodes, which is interesting.
yeah,
Interesting choice.
yeah.
Hmm.
Sergeant Montgomery, $2. Is it just me or does Tendi have the best laugh in Trek? We have to do top 10 laughs, I guess. And Eugene, 250 rubles. So thank you so much. Pakled being a season-wide danger is just 2Ks on. See, I like the idea that there's. I mean, even in the episode of TNG where they're in, they're dangerous. Once they they get a hold of you, they're dangerous. So I kind of like it actually. But yeah, I mean, comparing them to Kazon, who's more threatening at this point? Probably the Paklids.
Well, the Pakleds, they know what they're trying to do with them. The
Yeah.
Kazon, they were trying something different. Oh god, how many pictures do you do again? You're burning down my thing again.
Oh, same as last week. Sorry. Captain Chili Bean. I assume you open it before we do the live.
Well, I
Captain
did.
Chili
I was about
Bean
to
at
make a thing, but I
$5.
didn't realize it was going to be this slow.
I love the red shirt gag, especially since they ended up turning on the lead guy and agreeing with Boimler. Jen is growing on me. Yeah, exploring Jen a little bit was interesting in this one as well. It's kind of the mean girl thing. And then, yeah, she was the first one to actually kind of say, no, I kind of think I'm taking time off from the red shirt. So I like that. But yeah. Okay. Is it loaded? Paklid's not smart, but cunning.
Not cunning, but random. They keep you off guard. I wouldn't say cunning is the right word.
A king, queen, and emperor.
It's like you
I'm
can't.
surprised there wasn't a president.
Yeah,
or
I
overlord or
think
something.
they could have taken that joke further as well.
Yeah.
Emperor, my hat is the biggest, but I must ask the president. I must ask the queen. I must ask the regent. And it's like, god damn it! How many of
The
those?
hatch just get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Well, no, but then become alternate. And it's like, well, the mask, the helmet's so big, but then I need the staff of control. They can make decisions, but only with the blessing of the staff of control. Only with the shoes of righteousness. And by the end, they've got one Pakled fully adorned, and he's just like, I am now the power of Pakled. Fall.
But I lost my left glove, so alas, I cannot make a deal
I must
with
now
you.
suicide. All or nothing in Pakled culture. So we start off with Pakled culture. Yeah, I mean, I was blown away by the start, and I was really excited. I got less excited as the episode went on, but this was like oh, we're doing that. That's excellent. Because that is like one of the riskiest things you could do because of how absurd the concept is. But arguably, I think that the Pakled homeworld rather well. Rather safe, but yeah, I liked it overall.
Yeah, they got to do a ceasefire with them, and their planet's called Pakled Planet, like how original, right?
Yes.
So, but anyway, yeah, so they beam down. Well, they make a reference to, you keep brokering deals like this, you'll get the Enterprise, or they'll give you an Enterprise, he says.
Mm-hmm. Well, the F is, I'm sure, not far away.
Yeah.
And it's cute. It's nice they're giving them some friendship time. But I don't really see why she was in this job. She dealt with Pakleds once last year. They've been attacking lots of people. Lots have dealt with them. She's not a negotiator. She's on one of the worst ships in Starfleet. She's proven to already have lots of problems. She lost against the Packers last time. The Titans what won against. They were losing. I don't get why she's here. I wish it was a
They're
double bluff.
expendable.
Well,
Like
yeah.
I said, maybe the Federation is like it's just the Pakleds. Yeah, sure, they're a bit of a nuisance right now. Like, let's not waste the Enterprise or anybody. Let's just send Cerritos.
Yeah.
Oh, send Janeway on the Enterprise. There you go.
Which would have been, I don't know, that would have been cool. That would have been cool to see. But as I said to you in our other review, it's the pure nature of every other Star Trek show has had the hero ship be important. So you can justify Picard or Janeway, whatever, going on important things. She's not important on an unimportant ship. This feels very non-lower decks. So it's a bit already antithetical. And the fact that she doesn't even do any real negotiation, again, makes it feel a bit contrived. Yeah. It's a promise of a cooler concept. That's sort of half to a quarter done.
But oh my God, the prisoner Rumdar has escaped.
Rumdar!
And is there a Pakled on my ship? Yep. Like, this ship is strong. I can live here now. I think he's asking for asylum. It's like, okay.
I can't leave until he's back. And well, as we stated in our review, they could beam out at any point. There's no transport inhibitors. They choose to stay for the sake of peace.
Well, it looks like he actually went aboard. Rumdar went aboard with a shuttle because there's a shuttle behind them. So I was wondering how he got on board, but there it is. So that's good.
Also, brief note, odd choice, but the entire Pakled city is gold.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I mean, they're all kind of like Pakled ships from TNG. There's a little bit of that aesthetic, but yeah, I mean, illogical. They like big things, powerful things, and ordaining their entire thing with gold. It's like, oh, okay. Sure. Weird. Sure. Okay.
Yeah. The Ronin, though, $5.
Thank you.
A few more bucks for Tendi. And, of course, Pakled Planet and Captain Janeway.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, we'll get to the Tendi thing. It's near the end. Don't worry. Yeah. So, honestly, a really great idea for this Pakled Planet thing. I thought that was funny, sending them for a ceasefire. Now, the thing is, there's a bunch of ships in orbit, all the same design, which is odd because in season 1, there are multiple different designs, which I like better because they get derelict ship parts, essentially, and just throw them on. But as you said, homogenized now, which I don't know if I like.
Well, it does make sense. They might find a design that works best and then just build that same gut. I can see them saying they kit bash 45 different versions, find one that's the best, and say, now make this one big again. And it's like, see, and then they just keep rebuilding the same old parts, but in that same all the duct tape and everything 70 times. Now they have 75 duct tape identical ships, where they could just like integrate everything, but they don't want to because they don't think about that. So yeah, okay.
Captain Chilibina, $5.
Thank you.
Interesting setup for future episode. Will Cerritos help foil the Pakled bomb plot?
Yes.
Or Freeman get cut out after she informs Starfleet?
Oh no, it's going to be Star Trek 6, isn't it? Once he said that, it's going to be, no, Carol, you can't go there. Well, where is it? Well, when is it? And they know the day, and they warp into Earth, and then they beam down, and there's a bomb. Packard's like, here, Madam President! And then what's their Scotty? Billups walks in with a phaser and shoots him out the window, and then it's no, that's a Pakled. Or no, it's not. It's not. It's a human or something. It's like it was us the whole time. We've been controlling them.
It'd be funny if it was a Pakled wearing a Pakled mask.
Yep. I mean, you wouldn't think that. Like, to be fair, that would be a surprise.
Yeah.
Or a Pakled or a Pakled wearing a Klingon mask. They could Star Trek 6 there and be really entertaining.
But on the ship, they're talking about their daily duty. Well, they're eating breakfast, and then they get the pads all activate, and they get anomaly consolidation duty, where they go around to the officers of the ship and basically collect the Bridges research materials and stuff from their missions. So, interesting idea, and it's also dangerous stuff that can't be recycled in a matter recombiner. So they have to pack it up and send it to a facility, which is interesting because what does this facility do with all these dangerous, things? There's got to be some kind of Starfleet facility that just it's full of things for missions, right?
Let's do it. So. Look, it's still the same facility after all these hundreds of years. The Ark of the Covenant's in there.
Yes.
And those boxes are still wooden.
They have top men working on it, I'm sure.
For all this time. No, it was a nice concept. We've talked several times about you can't replicate everything. Because replicating something means you can unreplicate it as well, and you can dematerialize it. That's what K could do with dishes, etc. It's just standard, and so lots of things just can't be. That obviously also out of focus. So it's kind of great to have what are these trinkets that these people would find. I wish they were a bit more familiar items, or even linked to other things items. They're all kind of random, but although it isn't necessarily trash duty. I don't know if Marina's necessarily right on the money. It's important, dangerous stuff which you don't just give to your lowest ranking people. Because remember, she's done the worst stuff in the ship. She's done the taking holodeck matter waste out. Like, surely that's worse than this. So she's seen the worst job in the ship. Because Freeman made her do it, you know?
Now, I got to ask a question. Just jumping back for a second. The guy that runs up said, our prisoner, why do you have our prisoner? Before they say Rumdar, did you think that they were talking about Boimler?
No.
Oh, I did the first time. I'm like, are they talking about Boimler from the planet? Because the episode's called A Spy Humongous, so we kind of speculated that one of them might be not Boimler and it'd be a spy. But anyway, okay. I just wanted to check and see if you thought that.
It's good though, but no.
Yeah. Then we get the introduction to the red shirts.
After a pratfall from Boimler that felt like he got hit by an anomaly. I don't understand this.
That's another thing I thought too. That's what made me mention that again, because I thought because they're in orbit of the Pakled planet and he's working for the Pakleds without his knowledge, or something. I thought it was a really weird fall. Yeah, absolutely.
It was an insane excuse to have him go over there to clean up. Just take your thing back to a food recycler. It was a stupid. Oh, no, it was to make her laugh. That's what it was. It was a setup that's why she laughs at him. Right, I just got it.
Yes, okay. I never put that together until just now.
That's still a poor moment, but okay, now I get it. Yeah. Yes, the secondaries of the secondaries. We've seen them all before, probably. And they're the up-and-comers.
The Red Squad.
Yeah.
I mean, red shirts.
The Red Squad's the good guys. These are the... Wait, Stuart, but I thought red shirts die. That's what every non-Trekkie says to a Trekkie, right? Oh, you're not a red shirt, are you?
Back in the day. Well, I like how here it's like cool name, right? One. Makes us sound invincible. Whereas red shirts is just this, it's this cliche among people that aren't even Star Trek fans that they'll die. So they really changed that up in TNG though. So yeah.
That was only a thing for 3 seasons from 1969-69. Red shirts hasn't been a thing since the late 60s. Just think about that for a second. That meme is 50 years old. It's been wrong for 50 years or 40, 51 years.
Even percentage-wise, the red shirts don't die that as much.
It's gold shirts, isn't it? Because there's more of them.
Yeah. But anyway, they want to help him out with a promotion, and they're wondering why he's back on the Cerritos, considering he served with Riker. And then again, the whole time that they're talking to him, asking him about Riker, with the name of the episode being about the Spy Humongous, I thought these guys were some way trying to get information about the Titan and using him as like, you know what I mean? So the episode name kind of threw me off, and I was looking for things where I probably shouldn't have been. But yeah, there's a lot of questions about Riker. How would Riker handle this? Things like that. So,
yeah, I get you there. And I just took it as these are the cool kids. They don't really want to help Boimler. It's all everything they're doing is a means to an end. So he has knowledge they don't. They never worked with Riker. They want their help, but obviously very quickly they can increase Boimler's standing. Although arguably, if they haven't all got promoted, then the attitude they have isn't working either. So it's a double-edged sword. Basically, it's the future captains club is all it is. We want to skip all the middle steps. We want to go straight to captaining because that's what we can do. Not really having the sense of everything in between is what makes you the captain. You don't start as a captain, which is, to be fair, is one of Boimler's weaknesses in season 1 anyway. So it's a good thing to have the character go through because it's very much part of his journey. For him to learn, the journey is the important bit.
of how Mariner kind of gives him shit for it,
Hmm.
and then realizes, hey, that's actually a pretty good idea.
Which is very good Mariner moment. It's like she's flirting with meanness, but also gets it and has fun with it. That's a good balance.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, let me get the Pakled with Ransom and Kayshawn. It's good to see Kayshawn this episode. He wasn't in last episode, but they ask him why he wants asylum, religious persecution, leading a rebellion, some sort of sex stuff. I want to see how your shields work. It's like, oh, okay. You want to see our defensive systems and the Crimson Force Field too. Great reference. Great reference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, and then they tell the captain, and the captain's like, "Are we in trouble?" Well, he just took a picture of his foot, and then he takes a picture out the window and blinds himself because of the flash. So good. It was funny. It was funny.
I gotta be honest, having now watched this twice and thinking back, it's probably my favourite set of scenes this entire episode is this stuff.
Yeah.
Again, there's only 2 of these scenes, that's a bit sad, but this is humour I want to see more of. These 2 guys, Random Pakled, acting as a friend, and this time I did notice that Kayshawn did do a saying every line where he has something really to say. It's just followed by the English version, but he says it so quick and you're thinking so much about the scene, I didn't catch him the first time except one, because he's just saying things. So I would have liked to have more of this. They made it quite a good dynamic. So this is one of those plot lines where cut all of the stuff with the gang and just have this. Because you could have a whole thing of him going through the Jeffries tubes or all sorts of really interesting, fun, how do we outsmart a thing that's trying to outsmart us? So let's actually show him the warp core, but on a holodeck. And then, you could have had a really lot of fun with it, and they just didn't. They instantly lost him.
Oh yeah, that would have been great. Put him on a holodeck and show him a warp core of like a TOS Connie.
Yeah.
This is our most modern, up-to-date warp core.
Oh my god! It's so bright and colourful! These flashing lights, what do they mean?
Taking pictures the whole time. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, then so there you go, you just made a better story. Yeah. Or the Phase 2 engineering room. Build that for the first time after.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn it, Stuart, see? And then you could have had, the other guys walk in as fake engineers because they've assigned them because they're not busy. And they're saying, oh yes, the trilithium plasma tuition matrix is at 44%. 44%? Is that the key metric for maximum power?
All systems must be at 44% at all times for optimal performance.
See? Oh, that's frustrating. Damn it.
Yeah.
But it's good stuff. This way, anyway.
Well, then we get the collecting stuff out of Ransom's quarters and
crystals, K.
And then
is that a baby Breen? It's not obviously, but it looked like a baby Breen's head to me.
No, I don't think so.
Why are these all of these things so wobbly that they all fall out of their containers and?
I don't know. It's just I think that's the joke though. Like the dangerous things that they don't store very well. Like Billups can do this, but he can't screw on a lid.
Nah, I thought it was kind of funny.
And I thought was weird though. This whole scene of him of Rutherford I did not like this.
Yeah, why was this needed? I mean, it shows the drama, but we have a scorpion later. You don't need this because it starts and it ends, and so what did that achieve? Nothing. Okay, next scene. It doesn't. Yeah. Ah, gift shop.
Yeah, we showed you our super secret gift shop.
See, also funny. I like these 2 guys working together. This is a good vibe. It's like Riker and Worf. They always have some unique banter chemistry. This is Riker and Worf. God damn it. Huh. In the context of the ranks. Damn it. Yeah, more of this.
But now they're going to show him the ultra high security juice bar. And he asked for the warp core, and they're like, yeah, in time, big buddy. And then they lose him. I guess he went straight to the airlock because they asked the computer to locate him, and they're not on board. He's been floating outside for a while, I guess. Well, he's doing his business right now, I guess. Maybe they don't register what's in the airlocks, which is weird, but...
But yeah, and having then watched it a second time, the fact that he's off the ship is in the dialogue, and it's... it's just stupid.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we got more anomalies. This stuff really just is totally not important.
I mean, I like the rooms though, and I was excited for this review so we could say stop. That's a good, that's a good looking Trek. It's a bit too many plate lines for me, but that sort of low deck style. But yeah, nice looking.
Well,
labs.
it's implying it's an older ship too. Like a little
Sure.
bit, you know.
Yeah, I suppose.
Anyway, people get zapped. People get stuck to the ceiling and phasered off.
Back on the Pakled planet.
Yep.
She doesn't
rotten mush fruit. Oh. Janeway turned down mush fruit. And we get the Queen show up, and the Queen's asking, we don't want anyone else to kill Rumdar. We want to kill Rumdar. He's our prisoner. It's like, he's in good hands. We're not killing him. Oh, well, we want to talk to him. Well, he's not available right now. Well, she was right. They said that they lost him, and she's like, he's in the bathroom. He's in the bathroom right now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's true, yeah. That's actually kind of funny. And I really quite like the vibe of this Queen vibe. A little bit of extra control and power, but Carol can consistently be a good captain when she needs to be. And this week she does say, but he wanted me to tell you that you should negotiate. And the Queen believes her, so she's able to manipulate them reasonably successfully. But no, Stuart, my helmet is not big enough. Sorry about that.
Yep, she can't do it.
But who can? We don't know yet. They haven't appeared. Okay.
Then we get every captain needs to be able to do a rousing speech.
Mm-hmm.
And, no, not yet. That's, first of all, it's the posture thing and the uniform. Yeah, and then we get there's the animated series Consinti, like all like, ooh. Anyway, pretty good makeover, I gotta say.
Well, just their entire conversation, it's all. So this is like, it feels like a Lower Decks TNG episode. It's not funny, but it's meta. It's not big budget because it feels like a small set, but it's characterful. So it's like, it just feels very real, you know?
Yeah.
Although
they ask about the Riker's pant or his uniform, and he's got to get put in extra room in his pants for his legs. I mean, because he's got tall. You know what they say about tall guys, big legs.
That was clever too.
Yeah.
And I like the comment about the uniform. Uniform doesn't quite look good on you. It's like, but it's the uniform.
Captain Freeman wears one exactly like it. It's why it's a uniform. Yeah.
Except in Stranger Worlds, where it's not a uniform. You wear whatever you want, apparently.
And then the hair. But
he's a cutie, Stuart. It doesn't need to change his hair.
It's true. But they buff him up. They put in like calf implant things in his pants, and shoulder pads, which his uniform should have, I guess, and pecs, and he looks a lot better. I gotta say, I like the hair. Hair looks good.
Well, because they're skipping him to a captain look. Captains are older, so they've grayed his hair.
Yeah.
And I just love the fact that all of the muscles are so stupidly proportioned. Like, because I have, uniforms have shoulder pads that are just literally, they all do for Star Trek. It's just standard, and I've got them in all my uniforms. So to see him this stupid looking is such a fun, rewarding thing of like, oh, they went one step too far. But yeah, he has like a bit of a bodybuilder vibe. And yeah, sure. Yeah, it works quite well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. He gets all excited with what they're doing because they're his friends, and this is kind of like what he likes to do. Mm-hmm. But he, gets called away from them, which is sad because even when they asked him to join him earlier, he looked back at his friends and it's like, oh. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
And guys, Stuart, I believe you got some super chat and like goals because we're about.
Oh really? Do you think so? Okay.
I think we do.
We have 108 people here now with 72 likes, guys. Let's hit that like button. Let's get to 100. And honestly, another $100 would be great in super chats. I know it sounds like a lot, and it is, but 5, 10 here and there. You guys did really great right out of the gate. So thank you for that. But if you're able to, anything you want to mention, something we don't cover, or something you noticed that you want to talk about, by all means, let us know via super chat if you can. But hit that like button. It's free and easy to do. We only need 23 more to get to 100. So if you're one of the 23 that haven't hit like, you should feel ashamed. Shame.
Oh.
Shame on you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Goodness. But yeah, so they. Yeah, Mariner's face.
Well, spill the nanobots, and then Tendi's like, "This isn't so bad," and Mariner kind of yells at her, "They're eating off my fingerprints. Just stop trying to make this fun."
I felt
and
like
even the line when she says, "Every day isn't going to be pristine exploratory adventure. Sometimes it's work and it sucks." Yes, exactly.
That's the thing. This episode is quite grounded, so it's like, yeah. Especially as Mariner's use of really adventure-y stuff. This is like super not her jam. But I quite like the nanobot things because that stuff happens all the time in all sci-fi. So I like the fact that just the way they play that. And it works better the second time, knowing she's the one that asks the job. All these scenes play more like, ooh, you can feel her heart pumping. Whereas originally just like, yeah, it sucks, move on with it. So there is a nice depth there the second time.
Yeah, we find out later that she volunteered them all for this so they could all do something fun and new.
And then those awkward Family Guy style cutaway, they walk away and the two guys looking for the Pakled, just to remind you of doing it, walk in and say, "We've lost him. How can we miss such a big brown guy?" And then walk away.
He's giant and brown.
It's the most awkward non-scene I've ever seen in Lower Decks. It's like, that is a cut right there.
Yeah.
Points in
And then we get the being captain as a role of a lifetime and the whole speech thing, which is. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I like that you said role of a lifetime. That tells you everything you need to know about them in second viewing. For them, it's a job, it's a role, it's an acting. This is it's a stage. This is it makes a lot of sense for them.
I love how Boimler's like, "What should the speech be about?" "Ooh, a temple rift." I didn't say anomaly this time.
I know.
With a plasma grid, and the replicators are broken. Sounds like a crew that needs inspiration. He tries, but he doesn't do such a great job. And he's like, it's not like this isn't like being on the bridge. And I love her a retort to that of the bridge is wherever the captain is. I think that's great because it's true. And it jazzes him up enough because then we get the very good speech, which I guess I could say it because it's not that long. Hold on, I'll do it.
Okay, I'll put my echo on then.
Yeah, please do. "Look, I may not know exactly what we're up against, but I do know that this is our darkest hour. I'm grateful to have a ship and a crew I trust with my life. Now, I'll be honest, there's no guarantee we're going to get out of this, but if we do, it'll be because of the combined talent and dedication of our crew. It's been an honor. It's been the honor of my life to serve as your captain, but we're not dead yet. So how about we go and kick some ass?" And the whole spin around and the bridge appear. It was great. And the bridge looks fantastic, by the way. So, Captain Chili Bean at $5. Have you guys had a chance to take a detailed look at all the items they collect? I didn't recognize any, but maybe missed a reference. Yeah, we looked. There's nothing. It's all stupidity. Yeah, they definitely didn't have any references in this one like they did in some of the other ones. So,
but it kept the focus on the characters rather than the things, I guess. Yeah, and this was a great scene for many reasons. One, I quite appreciate that the four of them, they're not actually ever mocking Brad. There's a very fine balance of they're not friends with him really, but they are comrades. They are thinking, okay, we're going to bring him up to our level, and once he's on our level, we'll treat him like would one of us, just a younger member. So they're not making fun of him, they're not being mean to him, which is good, because you can play the scene very much like, "Come on, you loser!" So good balance, well done. So when they're actually saying this improv stuff, you're like, okay, this is teamwork, this is the crew working, just another group rather than the main group. So I really like that. And yeah, the speech is great, he zones in brilliantly. I was thinking straight away, well, if the bridge is a problem, be on a holodeck. I was assuming that this would have been a holodeck anyway because there's the weird stage equipment. I assumed he was going to say, "Computer, give me the Enterprise D," and then you can actually change out.
Yeah.
It'd be a similar moment, just more literal. But the spin around was beautiful and the bridge looks fantastic. And obviously this was, any excuse to do this in Mike's eyes. And the hard cut was fantastic too. I just wish we'd built that bridge longer, as of course we all did. But no, it's great. It's a really good little Brad moment. He's got it in him. He just, doesn't always think of it in the moment. It's good stuff.
I mean, that was a great speech to come up with on the spot when he put his mind in the right mindset. So it's really showing the character growth of the character, especially later when he kind of deals with things. So
and he is lots of bumbling as well, and people make fun of him, but he's always got the nugget of ability underneath. Very important, very crucial for you, because
when the chips are down, he can definitely pull it out. So. 105 people here with 90 likes, guys. We need 10 more likes to get to 100. So if you can, please do. And don't forget, super chat is awesome. We need to kind of hit our super chat goal.
It needs to be our big.
I'm not gonna give you a number. Just if you can do some 5s and 10s, would be great.
And these are our big review week ones.
Yeah. Then we get Dr. Meglimo and his stuff, and again, there's nothing there. I mean, I've taken a look.
I mean, I now see there's a TOS earpiece, which is cool, in the middle.
Oh yeah, I guess it's underneath a caption thing for me. Oh, there it is.
And there's a tricorder looking thing to the left of the bleep, but it's the wrong way around. It's what I thought instantly. To the right of the sponge thing, I thought that was the up and down thing the Orville had, for the race that was decided by. I thought that'd be a really interesting. It's not, but it gave me that reminiscent. I did quite like the commentary here of, how does the guy that doesn't have any missions have stuff? People collect stuff, they do.
Well, look at his stuff. It's like the relaxing, like, Chinese whatever balls you put in your hands. There's a bunny rabbit. It's all therapy. Well, a lot of it's therapy stuff.
Yeah.
I guess there's a plunger for some reason, which I don't. That scares me. But
it's just kind of crap. But no, I get that.
General Grievous throws in $2. When the chips are down, he can pull it out. Oh my! I thought the same thing when I said it. I didn't mean it like that. Somebody had to go there, and I just glazed it over. Usually, I would point that out. But thank you so much.
What did you glaze?
Shut up! The ham. I glazed the ham.
That's what you call it.
The rump roast. Wow, do we have to go there? Seriously.
So you said so earlier it was super dirty, but I let it slip. I let it slide.
I know.
Damn it! No, I'm doing it.
Slip and slide.
So anyway, Tendi, they be mean to her, and she has a go at them, and she's, I'll do it myself. And they're like, okay. And it's quite it's a good little moment.
Yeah, and they just like, okay, fine, and they sit down.
But then we have this other storybook.
This is stupid.
Villain things. Like, it would be funny if they were like talking, like actually useful, helpful pigs. Like, they look friendly, but to have them be monsters is like, why is this happening?
Yeah, this couldn't be good for anybody's therapy.
No, it doesn't mean. I mean, I like the idea of a storybook turned to real things. That might be a plot point later introduced here, but I don't see the point of this. It wasn't very entertaining, and I guess it released the other thing, which was, I quite like the other thing though. But okay.
Yeah, it's all unneeded, really. Like this just felt like filler for me. But yeah, then we get the little blob monster that like eats her, and they're like, "Oh my god, get the hypo spray," and don't get digested. But apparently it's too late because she's already getting like, it's different colored goo when they pull her out. That's all I'll say.
Oh goodness. I like the. This is a meta commentary to like Discovery where several people have been eaten by creatures and thrown out by several creatures. It's already happened a couple of times. This has literally happened in all the shows, all the new shows. What?
Yeah.
So I actually quite like that little bit of commentary. And then
even later, like, slime is like 90% of the job in Starfleet or whatever they say about the slime.
And I quite like that there's a creature that then becomes a little cute blob from a little scared creature. It's, effective creature. And she doesn't like them because, yes, this is gross. They saw things, or she saw things.
Well, Mariner tries to make it better. Like, who hasn't been pooped out by a slime monster or an alien creature? Not good. But yeah, then he's like, things are going kind of sideways here. We should maybe beam out. And then they get fanfare. The king has arrived.
With a beard.
Yeah. What? Oh, yeah, I guess he does, yeah. Oh, I was on the next scene with the Emperor already, and I'm like, he never doesn't have a beard. What? Anyway,
Yeah, king.
so she's like, finally, somebody I can negotiate with. Nope. The Emperor shows up. And just as that happens, the revolution starts. They didn't say revolution. If you look at the subtitles, it's a revolution, so I like that. That's hilarious.
I really wish I had one scene talking to Pakled, original leader. I think we needed one. I don't know why they went straight to, revolution. Like, I like it, but I wish I had one scene. It was a funny enough gimmick to kind of embrace.
Yeah. Anthony Tasui puts in $5, thank you so much. Temba, his arms wide or open. Yes. Anyway, they kill the Emperor, which I thought was kind of brutal, but hey.
It really was. And it was quick, and it was like, oh, and then I think this was funny as well, the idea of this moment. Give us the moment, Stuart, because it's really like, oh!
Yes. So they kill him, and then the big helmeted Paklids will no longer control us. Ooh. I am Pakled leader now.
Yeah.
Ooh, something shiny. Yeah, that's pretty great. Behold my giant helmet.
But the thing is, it makes so much sense. He's got the opportunity. He's using it. It's annoyingly logical for stupid people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what would you do if you had all the power thrust in front of you? You become leader of Pakled planet.
It's true. Olivia Julius, $5. Oh no, it's Captain Cockings and the other Captain Cockings.
Well, is that president or prime minister or emperor or what rank does Olivia have today? Because
she's only the president, but there's people that might have bigger helmets than her. Just saying.
Oh dear me.
Eugene, 500 rubles. Just thank you. Inflation, war scat. Is this episode secretly a fetish show like Total Spies? Like Totally Spies? Yes, I think it probably is. As somebody mentioned earlier, there's lots of stuff in this episode that would be for deviant art and things as far as fetishes go. So
I was just watching Star Trek, but I mean, apparently you're watching something else on top of that. Or top of Tendi, I mean, I don't know. One of the two. Dear me.
I sneezed. I'm better now. All right. Here they have the whole thing about there's more to being a captain than just being a captain. It's the people you hang out with. It's your friends. It's the people you choose in your social life. Counts as much as what you do on the bridge. And Brad's like, yeah, that's my friends right there. That's awesome. They're awesome people. He's like, no, man, those guys are always elbow deep in some kind of slime. Yeah, we work in Starfleet. I mean, slime's a given. And I love how he answers that, actually. He goes, no, we work in Starfleet. They work for Starfleet.
Which is arguably
interesting
a very,
mindset.
Very probably accurate perspective.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Picard from Tapestry. He worked for Starfleet. Yeah, so...
Some people just do their jobs and happy to see a few things, and some people want to add their own mark. I thought it was actually quite an interesting comment. I was waiting for this to come though, like the idea of get away from your friends. But yeah, it didn't feel that mean in the way they said it. I thought the balance was actually quite good, considering
until he says this isn't a friendship, it's a starship. It's like, oh Jesus Christ, that's an awful joke.
But that's the whole point. He's words above all else. So he's just saying things, and he was like, right. I do wish the other guys had more to say though at this point, because he's a bit of a one-note character, and that's the point. It would be nice to see the other ones have a bit more of a, because they don't say almost anything from this point onwards.
Yeah. General Grievous, $2. Leave Totally Spies alone. Not that I watched it. Shifty eyes. Kim Possible for the win. That's all I'll say. And then later he says, no one speaks a word of this, even though I just read it out loud and am highlighting it currently.
I've actually never heard of Totally Spies. I googled it. I've still never heard of it. I don't know what that is.
Oh, Totally Spies is not Kim Possible. Sorry, that's Kim Possible is something different, but
yeah,
guilty of watching that too.
Kim Possible's pretty good.
I'll just move on now.
Okay. Now, this is
Anyway,
a bit of a stretch. This random thing does random thing.
well, it's Star Trek.
No, I like it, fair enough. But if this was the only one, if this was the first time it's happened, but we've already had a big blob. We've already had Rutherford turn to a thing, and the thing on the we've had so many things. This doesn't feel quite as impressive. This is the payoff. I wish this had been the first one. Like, this is the truly dangerous thing. So yeah. Just feels like another thing, even though it's the most important thing.
Well, Tendi gets kind of ranty, and this thing like attaches to her, and then turns her into a scorpion. Feeds on her emotion.
Makes her a meanie. I like that Mara doesn't know what it is either. Yeah, she doesn't get them out of the situation.
See,
which is good.
Well, she does. What does she say? What was that cube? And she's looking on the pad. See, that's the thing. They have all the information on the pad because they knew how to solve everything. Smear that red stuff under Rutherford's nose. Get the hypo spray for the blobby monster. So it's all this stuff has all been researched by the officers. They're done with it, but it's everything to deal with it is on the pad. So she's like checking the pad. There has to be a way to reverse this, and she's looking. And then the pad gets knocked out of her hand. So that was kind of great, actually.
It goes on a bit of rampage.
A bit.
But then Red Squad, red group, red shirts find it, and Stuart, these guys are the future captains. These people are the best of the best, sir. What's gonna happen?
Yeah, so the first guy comes and starts, or Jen comes in first and says, starts talking about danger and Starfleet manual and all this, and then they're like, oh my god, it's amazing. You see, their eyes are like, ooh. And then the next person comes in and starts over talking her, and then they lose it. And then the last guy comes in, and yeah. And then Boimler is like, are you gonna do anything? We're inspiring the crew. We are the crew.
That's such a good line.
Yes.
Because they have, like we keep saying, they've skipped I want to be a captain, but they are literally the people they're here to work with. They aren't captains yet, but they're all going the captain way. Yeah. Pretty. And Boimler is no fear, just straight into action. Boom, boom, boom. Good for him.
He knows. He says, "Did you touch a mysterious orb?" She's like, "What? No." Like that's just so stupid thing to say. It was a cube. And then he's like, "Ooh, I bet it was an Ataxian mood shifter. I know just what to do." So he gets a big bowl of hot beans and pours it on his head. And then he gets a birthday cake with candles, various temperatures. How do you have various temperature candles? But anyway, it's kind of funny, I guess. Yeah, I couldn't see this happening in a live action show, that's for sure. Anyway, Tendi Scorpion starts to laugh.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying that a transformed Orion alien into a giant scorpion wouldn't be laughing at a lit cake burning on fire actor?
Oh, that might have happened. But I mean, seeing the mess hall get messed up like this, I don't think would happen in a live action Star Trek.
That's true. Yeah, Boimler goes total stupid here, and it works well when you know what's going on. The first time I thought they're just making fun of him again. The writers, like, okay, he's the punching bag for more jokes. When you know, like when you really put it together, it works better. But it's still, it's still a bit silly. I didn't even realize he still has lit candles on his head in the next scene. Oh god, that's great.
Yeah, and he runs to the other side of the other replicator, and this is where he says, "Computer, taffy, honey, shrimp, soda, corn, steak, chicken nugget, crispy lemon rock candy, chili, gravy, chocolate sundae, hot." And he said it really fast, and apparently the replicator had a seizure and like spit it all out at him, which I thought was kind of stupid, but it is what it is.
My favorite moment of that is that he has to clarify hot at the end of it.
Yes.
That makes it funny to me, but it would not do this. It wouldn't shoot out like this. It would just go down and drip down. It wouldn't. So it's a completely farcical moment, and it's not even as if it's a broken replicator. This is what it would do. So I don't like it per se, but I get it. Again, we're looking at a giant scorpion crew member where this is a stupid scene within stupid. I can't complain too much. It's a stupid scene. But yeah, it works. Tendi.
Well, we got a bribe earlier, so we got to kind of yeah. Tendi unhulkifies, and she's got the ripped clothing of like the Hulk in the same spots, which I thought was kind of funny.
Oh, yeah.
But lying there looks pretty good, and says that was such a waste of reassembled proteins.
That's a very good line too, because that's exactly what we would potentially think. I was thinking that. I was like, that is a yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
And then like the scene, like picture of her from the side, and Boimler like gets up like beside her. It's like, if that would have been in a trailer, we would have had thoughts. That looks very interesting. I'll say.
I mean, we might have just they might have just created thousands of Tendi Boimler matchmaking posts.
Yeah, well,
because they
this made me
together.
think of that. This made me think that Tendi and Boimler should get together. Screw Tendi and Rutherford can be friends, but I don't want them being a couple. I don't want Boimler and Mariner being a couple. These two work though, in my opinion.
They're both dumb and goofy. I feel like he would quite enjoy some of her obsessiveness, because over him he'd be like, "Oh, you care for me? I do, baby, man, I do." It's like, oh.
He's equally obsessed about things, so yeah. And she's got the bright-eyed cadet.
And she wants to be promoted heavily as well. So does he. Marin doesn't, and Rutherford doesn't. They get on a geeky level, but clearly friend zone as well. Yeah, there we go. This is the start of a beautiful Twig and Beans meeting Taco Tuesday. You know, in the lunchroom.
SWTX Chaser, $5. Best scene of the show. I mean, yeah, I really enjoyed this part, I gotta say.
It was the stupidest scene, but it had a few strong moments.
Well, it ended up, really good. I mean, I'd volunteer to help clean up. Not the mess hall, just Tendi. Anyway, moving on.
She wasn't that dirty. Rutherford was a boy.
No.
You have to like wipe him down, and stroke his with clothing. I don't know. I don't know what you do. This is a space feature. I don't know how you clean that stuff.
Anyway, Stuart, the red shirts are disgusted and storm off.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Stuart, the primary officers, they're down. How long has it been? We don't know. Oh my god. Anything could happen. Anything could happen, Stuart. Absolutely anything. I mean,
yeah.
He could have.
You should never have underestimated him. He's just floating by the window. And I love Shaka. Failure.
Yeah, this was a genuine laugh moment of, oh yeah, that's perfect. Like, it's a great payoff to why have you wasted a few scenes with not having him, but that's great.
And then the line, we shouldn't have underestimated him. Maybe we didn't underestimate him. And the hard focus on Ransom. It's just, that's hilarious. I'm sorry. That's really good.
It's a great way to end a Pakled mini story by literally him having almost killed himself. But then it's beautiful. Doesn't, like, not what I was thinking, but the guy wakes up and literally you have another bleep swear word of like, fuck, he's fine.
Holy fuck, yeah. I don't know how he was able to survive in the vacuum of space, but he's totally fine. Paklids are strong.
I mean, apparently so. That's a Pakled ability right there. Do it.
They probably hibernate in that kind of situation or something.
Oh, it's great.
They ask him how he got outside. He went to the bathroom, and I got shot out of a little hatch. Are you sure you weren't in an airlock? Can I have all your codes now?
See, they're the best scenes, Stuart. The best scenes, the Pakled scenes of this guy. Because he means so well. This guy, the spy, he means so well. He's just a classic spy doing his best work.
Ransom just laughs it off and says, "Get him out of here."
Yeah.
Olivia Julius, $5. Thank you so much. So is Shax more ground security while the other guy is ship security? Not necessarily. I mean, we see Shax take over the bridge in a minute. It's just his shift on the bridge. So, I mean, they're both security. I don't know who's head of security at this point, but
I mean, that does seem to be the what's been happening. Which I like.
Yeah. But then the revolution is continuing. And Janeway, die. The rants. But Rumdar returns, so it's fine.
Rumdar!
We never wanted peace. We tricked you. Rumdar was a spy.
Hi, everybody.
We are Kanye.
My only issue in this bit, right? This is, I think, is a plot hole. Why does the rebellion random person who's not the leader? Because it's just some random person. Why does this person know the plan of Rumdar, given they're in the rebellion?
Because if you remember the beginning, the guy runs out, say, our prisoner, who was part of the rebellion probably, our prisoner has escaped. They didn't know that he was a spy, but the rebellion did. The rebellion made. That's what I'm taking from this. That the rebellion.
No, start again. Oh, okay. He was a prisoner for the government.
Yes, because he's a rebel. So they captured one of the rebel faction guys, had him as a prisoner. Okay. He escaped because the Pakleds are stupid.
Okay.
But once the rebellion happened, the revolution happened, he beams down, and these are his people. So he's like, "Hey, I'm reporting to you because I think I don't know." That's what I got out of it. I didn't think that the Emperor and stuff knew about the spy.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting taking, because I took it as they were lying the entire time because it's a trick. You know, he was our prisoner. No, he wasn't. Give him back to us. They're playing along. I thought they were doing quite a good job playing along. I mean, that makes sense. Just makes the Queen and Emperor and King and President and Duke and Prime Minister all look stupider. But
it makes the rebels look smart, though.
It does make the rebels look smart, yeah. They successfully managed to get captured, break out, choose to go to the ship, and get secrets.
And have a plan to get the codes. Yeah.
With no guarantee the government was going to fall, because otherwise Rumdar is pointless up there. I mean...
Although the rebels could be thinking if they get the codes for the Federation ships, that they would have the upper hand on the government.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's that.
The Enterprise is a very powerful ship, especially with Janeway in charge.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So that does make more sense. The way everyone said Rumdar in the previous scenes, like, it feels like they're all in on it and just trying to fake they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, that's actually... Let's put it in the chat right now. Did you take from it that it was a deliberate trick by the government or a cleverer trick by the rebels? Please put it in the chat right now, because it didn't even occur to me as a rebel plan. And guys, please let us know. I really like to know this.
And Bryce, yes, it was a Kinzinti, yes. Olivia Julius, $5. Come to the Trekyards secret gift shop. Secretly hidden by a Teespring store. Yeah, you click on certain things in the Teespring store, you might find little Easter eggs and little things you can buy, like our DNA and our sweat, used panties. Oh, wow.
And once you find the Illuminati symbol, you get a double secret store. And that's a whole different thing.
And we won't tell you what's there. Maybe the secret access codes to our OnlyFans site, but... Anyway, apparently, the Enterprise has the biggest bathrooms ever.
It's important.
She's not Captain Janeway. I've been saying that the whole time. That was hilarious.
That's good.
Anywho. But yeah, I tricked you. I didn't give up any information either. I'm a good spy. Yeah, you're amazing. So, just so we know how good you are, what information did you keep secret? About their big plan to smuggle a Varuvian bomb onto Earth. Now, Varuvian, is that something that has been mentioned before? I don't know.
Didn't ring a bell.
It didn't for me either. I'm going to look it up right now.
But this was one of those other elements that helped raise the whole episode, giving it a bit of extra bonus context. Although the fact that he knows this plan, in theory, means he is important. That's why I thought it was a government stooge, because why would he know about the official plan of the Pakleds to destroy Earth if he was a rebellion random captive? You know what I mean? It's all a bit convoluted.
It is, absolutely. So Varuvian ore was what they were mining on that planet that the Pakleds took over. And then they mention on the Titan that terrorists once attempted to use a Varuvian ore bomb to destroy Starbase 58.
Yep. And because they're working for someone else, they're using the Pakleds to mine it and risk it, and then they're gonna do... Ooh. Well, there we go, Stuart. There we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Eugene throws in 250 rubles, so thank you so much. The scene with, by the way, what is this secret you can't tell me? Is that a reference to Gowron versus Pakled Traitor from Star Trek Klingon? Yeah, I watched the Major Grimm thing today, and that's hilarious. We don't want to beam over because we're afraid of you because you're Klingons. Well, why don't you beam over to tell me why you're afraid to beam over? It's great. It's great. If you haven't watched it, guys, I suggest checking it out because it was a Pakled in a video game.
Just Star Trek Klingon by itself is really rather good.
Yes.
And you get to see the bird of prey like you never see it before or since.
Mark Lawrence, $5.
Thank you.
I think all were in on it and too dumb to fake the death of the Emperor.
Oh.
I mean,
that's
not outside the realm of possibility. And Sternbahn also says Playmobil spies are better than Pakled spies. Indeed. That goes back to last night's live. It's fine. Olivia Julius, $5. I didn't tell you my plan of using a Taco Bell bomb. Ha 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 ha. Oh my goodness.
I'm picturing some gaseous anomalies there. But yeah, it's a good little scene, made me laugh, and they beam up easily with no opposition, and they don't even try for peace. So the mission was like a total failure for the point. Luckily, though, she convinced them to give some information away. Bit convoluted, bit silly, but helps the natural next step.
But yay, you just beat Captain Janeway. We're going to see Rumdar again, and he's going to be like in a position of high power.
Yes.
Because he Janeway. I bet you any money.
Maybe
He's going to be captain of a ship or something.
Maybe War General second class, and they think second means better than first class. He's got like Neo in the Matrix is the jacket with pistols and rifles. He's got that, but for Klingon disruptors. So it's like, yeah, Rumdar. Maybe a Crimber in season 3, you know, maybe. And then you get the first of Cerritos flying away. Don't know why they're not attacking the Cerritos and destroying it, because they have nothing to lose.
Because they're celebrating that they've defeated Janeway already. They didn't bother to tell the ships.
Yeah, I don't know why it just didn't kill them, but yes.
No, I agree. Then we get a really cute scene of Tendi apologizing. Sorry, I requested an ACD duty. But that's just, it's so cute. But she said, Rutherford and Mariner apologized for being punks all day, and they should have fed off her enthusiasm. They feel bad for treating her the way they did. So, yeah.
That's a nice little bonding moment.
And I still smell like a disgusting slug thing, a slug-digested scorpion, don't I? Yes.
Gross.
And we get the Boimler incident, where he basically says, "You made a fool of yourself in the mess hall," and Boimler's like, "No, I was. You can't build a persona by copying other captains. You guys are wasting your time with this red shirt stuff. Be your own captains." And he's like, "Cute speech might work on the lower decks." And then nobody wants to go with him. Jen actually says, I think I want to take a break from the red shirts right for now. So.
I mean, it's very logical points, you know. Yeah, although it would have been nice then if they wanted to carry on the metaphor to have each of them play a captain, like, distinctly. So Jen was playing a Janeway, the other guys clearly playing Captain Riker, the Kazinti crew play Cisco, like a couple of like famous words they would say or mannerisms, as if they're kind of like, oh, they're trying to be that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would have been a nice little touch.
Yeah, that would have been funny. Somebody talking like Kirk.
Yeah, maybe the other girl's like, so, Boimler, you need to come with me to the holiday. You know, like
fix your hair. It looks worse than Kirk's.
I should know. I've studied him inside and out. What?
And his toupee. Snoopy McQueen, $5. Is it okay? Is an okay episode. I give it a 6 out of 10. Well, that's the very first super chatted score. Keep in mind, guys, please super chat your scores because we want to read those out after we give our final scores. But we're not quite finished the episode yet. Yes. So Ransom swings by, and the other guy's like, "Sir, I want to nominate myself for acting captain." Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't care, sure.
If you want, mate.
But then Boimler gets a great nod from Ransom. He says, "Quick thinking in the mess today, Boimler. You showed some real leadership.
And just
Great character development."
Just when you think Ransom is played a little bit too much like the macho jerk, he then isn't. Everyone stays at fine line of being competent, but also has off days and off moments. Yeah, no, good little moment. And then Boimler's us out on a date.
Yeah.
Cool.
It would have been funny if it was Jen, though, because I want to see Boimler and Jen start to hook up and Mariner be all pissed off about it. That would be hilarious.
I agree, but I think part of the reason for that is that Jen has her own unique storyline with Mariner. So,
yeah,
give them their own storylines. But I mean, hey, if he's got a girlfriend potential, a subplot for a subplot, do it. It goes quite sweet, actually.
So anyway,
yes, he's the guy on the bridge. I mean, we knew that already, but I knew that guy was the guy next to the troll lady normally.
There you go then. But she's like, "Hey, we did a good job. Let's go get drinks." And he's like, "You're acting captain. You have the con." He's like, "Oh," and the chair glows and sparkles. He sits, breathes one deep breath in, doesn't even get a chance to open his eyes, and new shift on deck. Get out of my chair.
It happens.
Oh, and go clean up airlock 17. Pakled did some unspeakable things in there.
That was good.
And again, thought it could have ended there.
Did it not?
It didn't, because now we...
Another establishing leaving shot.
Yes, they are talking to Boimler, telling him about all the events of the day, and the big-bodied Rutherford. I almost said big-bodied Rutherford. But Mariner actually snagged something from Shax's pile. A submanifold casting stone.
Very advanced, my goodness.
Broadcast your voices to other planets.
How? Why? When? Who? What? I mean, that's
everyone
magic.
On the planets? Is it telepathic? Is it just a loudspeaker kind of? I don't know.
And I love the offhand joke. It's like, oh, what can we do with it? We could do this.
Prank call Armis, suggests Tendi. And it's like...
And then as the audience were like, okay, it's going to end there, right? They're not really going to... Oh my god, they actually did it.
Yep.
Oh my god, the first time in what, 35 years?
And like I told Samuel in our other review, when we reviewed Skin of Evil at the end, Picard launches photon torpedoes to destroy the shuttlecraft, which Armis is right beside. And we're like, did he survive that? We actually talked a little bit about that at the end of the review. Guess what? He did. So we have our answer now.
And he's totally fine. Just chilling out. Having a bit bored. Like he wants some...
Well, he wants someone to torture, yeah.
Yeah. I can understand that. I mean, we want someone to torture. I guess. I don't know.
You look like a big bag of crap. Who said that? Show yourself. I am Armis. This is my domain.
That's a great way to end.
Yeah.
It's, I wish... Yeah, I could have been a little more. But
we're touching your stuff.
What
stuff? I'm going to kill you. With a flake of my power, I am the Skin of Evil. And he trips over a rock. More like a puddle of shit. It was Tendi that said it, too.
Rude. Now, what a way to end. Like, going back to that. Crazy, Stuart. Crazy.
Yeah. All right, General Grievous throws in $2.
Thank you.
Get Bill Burr to be captain or an admiral. LOL. I'd love to see Bill Burr in Star Trek. In anything, yes. And Sergeant Montgomery, $2. 9 out of 10. I enjoyed this episode. Wow. Armis had me rolling. There you go. Well, now it's our turn. We have our scores. But in the meantime, while we're doing that, we'd have 2 super chat scores there. If you want a super chat score, that would be awesome. I will read that when we're done.
I need $25 more. That's right there. So a few more fives and we're good. And how many likes, Stuart?
12 more likes. Let's get to 120.
Perfect. Super doable, guys. Super doable.
Yeah.
And Stuart, have any of your opinions changed since this review? We've gone through it scene by scene and heard my thoughts, etc.
No. I still think it's one of the better episodes this season, though. Even though like it's got a few issues with the ending and just the one storyline that really didn't need to be there. You know, because it didn't add anything. But so having said that, I mean, were some great character development moments, especially for Tendi and for Boimler. Boimler really got a chance to be like a leader, like he probably would have been more on the Titan, which was great. It feels like the other people are kind of holding him down now, actually, at least on the Cerritos, now that I think about it. The red shirts were a fantastic idea. I liked that. I thought that was funny. The Pakled spy just floating in space, like I said, it was a laugh out loud moment. There's always at least one or two laugh out loud moments during these lower decks, so we like to point those out. But that was one for me for sure. The Captain, her being referred to as Captain Janeway, also made me laugh. That was hilarious, multiple times. So let's see. Oh yeah, and the Kayshawn and Ransom bits were very, very funny. I thought those were very well done. So other than that, there's a lot of slime and disgustingness and just food filth humor in this one, which is a little bit over the top. Because I hit a cable. Okay, good. So one of the better ones this season, but not as good as one or two. I don't know. This is probably going to get a 7 out of 10 for me. For wait a minute, we got to do all lower decks in this season, don't we? Okay, it's going to get a 7 out of 10 for all lower decks, and for this season, it's going to get a 7.3 out of 10. It was fun enough, and there were some really good moments. Like I said, the Armis thing at the end was very like, haha, great reference. So, yeah. Trying to think anything else that I should point out. Probably not. Anyway, all right. How about you? What's your scoring?
What's the song called again?
What's that?
Spy Humongous?
The Spy Humongous, yes.
Great. Okay, so yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel like I liked it slightly more after the second viewing, but not a ton. It just helped to know those little bit of context. But I don't think it really raises too much, because the good bits are good, the meh bits are really very meh. So every time, as clear as from review, every time we enjoy a bit, we're quickly forced down by a bit that's not very good. And that up and down is quite distracting when you're trying to enjoy the whole thing, which is... Not everything has to work in every episode, but it feels like a good building episode, just like the first episode felt like a epilogue to the first season, but without its own mark. This one is very much we're going to give a grounded evolution of Boimler, evolution of the big story, see where it goes. But I don't think any particular thing hit its mark truly well, and I think definitely they missed a trick by not having the Pakled humor as much as they could have. But obviously they can't overdo it because they're the villains, and I'm sure they're going to do some bad stuff by the end. So it's a tricky thing they gave themselves. I think I'm going to forget it quite quickly. I think it's very memorable personally, but even if like episode 1 is memorable for 2 reasons only, one of them I don't like, but at least it's memorable. But the Enterprise D Bridge was fantastic. The fact that Mariner was not OP again was great. Tendi was better balanced in this one, and Boimler did a good job overall. And it was great to see the Kazinti actually say some stuff and have a semblance of character, which was lovely. Score-wise, though, I don't know if I like it more than average or not, just because, again, there's so much of it is below average, but so much is better than average, but nothing's great.
Yeah.
So it's just like, Score-wise, though, I'm going to have to be... I'm just going to say 5 for both. Flat in the middle, I think, because the good outweighs the bad into average. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ben retracted his message, but he asked if we could show the animated series Kazinti I was talking about. I just sent you a picture on Messenger if you just want to pop that up for a minute for that reference, because not a lot of people maybe got that one.
I think I'm going to say 5.5 for the whole series. I'm going to up to that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Thomas says I gave it a 7 out of 10. Funny, but could have been better. Yeah, pretty much.
I just think when like a good 8 minutes of your episode isn't very good, it's like that's a good chunk of it.
Yeah. Guys, 7 more likes to get to 120 would be great, and another $15 would be a perfect number to end off on. Like 3 5s. Plus, we have the last super chat slot right now. Sergeant Montgomery has that, so if you guys want to snipe in to get that, you can as well. It's kind of become a thing around here, so if anybody's interested, General Grievous, if you're still here, by all means.
Right there. So, and here's the dude.
7 more likes. Let's hit that like button. 7 of you out there haven't.
I think this episode will probably be one where I might up it in after the fact when I see the entire season. Because I'm kind of hoping there's better ones or potentially worse ones this season. Yeah, he's real faithful, isn't he? Jesus.
Yeah.
While still
they don't all look like that. I forget what's happening at the time, but yeah, that's just. So that was a great reference. Dan put the message back. He said, "Can you show the Kinzinti picture of what it looks like from the animated series? I've not seen that episode of TOS. It's called the Slaver Weapon. If you guys want to see it, the animated series, the Slaver Weapon, you'll be able to. Yeah. So that was a great little nod. General Grievous throws in $1 for that last super chat slot.
And Cerritos says he's in a PayPal.
Oh, really? I'll check that out.
And yes, $9, and we hit our goal. But I'm also, while doing that, I'm pleased to say that I am going to be filming again some Trek tomorrow, some more of my short treks, with Marcus from Temporal Anomaly and from Hours at Warp. As I mentioned previously, Nim has been ill again. She's got wisdom teeth are infected. She's getting slowly better, but not as fast as we'd hoped. But, you know, takes a minute. And so I had to write a new short to film that wasn't expected. A little bit stressful, and he hasn't had time to learn it either because I was thrust upon this night the day job stuff for Trekyards, so I didn't have really any time to make it. But it's a decent enough little story. Stuart's seen some little stuff I've been working on. I told some people the idea, and they quite like some little concepts because, you know, with limited scale and scope, you have to add some real fun to it. And I think there's some fun to it. I haven't unfortunately got to act in it. He says because there's more pressure and more stress. But I've got a couple of nice lines, and there's a few good callbacks to Temporal Anomaly, which I'm really happy to include. And I learned some lessons from acting last time when I was a full character, which hopefully I can apply to this one and do a better job again with. So I'm nervous but excited.
Who did you say sent to PayPal? I don't want to read the real name on the PayPal.
Yeah, Charios or Chatios.
Well, he sent $50 US, so thank you so much.
Well, damn.
But there's no comment or anything to read, so thank you for the PayPal. That's very much appreciated.
I'll read the non-super chat, Wow, okay. My internet died for a while, so I will need to watch from the beginning. But it says my PayPal went through. Not sure if you saw it already or not. It was like 40 minutes ago. Hot damn! If you're still in real time, say hi. That's amazing. That we're getting some art done. I can reveal, and that pays for like a decent chunk of that art, which you'll see hopefully in about 2 weeks. So that's actually really useful. Actually, thank you. Straight to a great place. Wow. Amazing.
Well, we got a bunch of super chats in for that super chat slot. We need one more like, guys.
I'm only $3 away.
Yeah.
Come on. Thank you, but yeah.
All right, so Squadron Corps sniped in with $1. Took out General Grievous. General Grievous snipes back with $1. Takes out Squadron Corps. Captain Chili Beana throws in $2, so a bigger bullet. 7 out of 10 for this season. So there you go. There's the score. Area 51 snipes in with $1. T. Louise Allen, $2 with a prayer hands and then a live long and prosper. So thank you. Sergeant Montgomery snipes in with $1, and General Grievous snipes in with $1 again. One more like, guys, and $3 more would be awesome. So yes.
And Squadron, but Samuel, how can you edit your films when PC is too busy rendering? I don't. One or the other.
I didn't hear the question.
Oh, but Samuel, how can you edit films when your PC is super busy rendering? The answer is I can't.
Oh, yeah.
It renders or edits. There's. I can do Photoshop. I can do prep for episodes for Trekyards. That's fine. No, I can't edit. Or properly edit anyway.
And Sergeant Montgomery throws in $1. General Grievous throws in another $1. So it's Sergeant Montgomery versus General Grievous apparently for this last super chat slot today. So, and we hit our 120 likes. So that's awesome. Area 51 just throws in $5. Says for Jennifer, I think she just needs to be loved and she'll be better.
Oh.
Poor Jen.
And
Matt Boardman. $3 snipe. Oof.
Oh.
Red shirt snipe. 8.5 out of 10 for the episode. Well, thank you very much, Matt.
And Chario says, real time for the end. We'll rewatch from where I left off afterward. Cool. Well, thanks so much. Like I said, you paid for some art that we're having made, so that's brilliant. You can know that you funded a good chunk of that, so thanks so much. But let me read the non-subject scores because I missed that step. 8 out of 10, 9, 8, 8, 8, 7.5, 7, 9, 9, 9. So 7.5, 7. So one of their favourite episodes of the season so far. And for me it's average. That's really weird. Huh. But they tend to give higher scores than we do. Because if it was a 9, it'd be the best episode this season. Give or take. And it's like it's not, is it?
No, I don't think so. General Grievous snipes in with $1. So thank you so much, General Grievous. Yeah, we wanted this one to be a little shorter. I don't know if you guys could tell we were kind of rushing through because Sam has got some things to do. We were aiming for an hour and a half, so we're just kind of there. So,
but we've got the minimum, so we.
I'm glad this was kind of a less than episode then, with no references and stuff, because it worked out fairly well. So
yeah, no, brilliant. I'll set up a studio, finish a thing I'm making, and yeah, good stuff.
Squadra Course snipes in with $1 to take out General Grievous again. So.
It's always a war. You know, we're peaceful chaps, Stuart, and yet somehow wars keep developing around us. As if we... Oh, no. Now, at some point, we should do, like, an animated thing where, like, all these guys' pictures are, like, on animated bodies, all got sniper rifles, and they're all just shooting us. And we stand like, ah! We keep getting sniped by these people! And then Matt comes along with a bazooka. It's like, yeah, that's a purple!
Yeah. So I guess that's it.
Yeah. Cool stuff.
Sergeant Montgomery is the winner, I guess, of the Super Chat War.
And tune in tomorrow for another ship-based episode. It's not so much this week, but we saw some stuff from last week. Believe it or not, we do. So tune in, and some more Pakled stuff coming. So expect classic us content throughout the week, and we'll see you next week, including a really I'm looking forward to Pakled discussion, breaking news Pakled discussion, which will be next week because.
And we got a few live ideas for next week, some of which are even the references from the last episode of Lower Decks. So part one of that reference video is out. Part 2 will be out soon, I would assume. So yeah,
because we need to, because just doing lives on the weekend was a special case, not a regular occurrence.
Yeah, there was a lot of references in that episode, so it took a 2-part episode to talk about them all. So
which makes sense. This one had basically none or very small, so kind of spilled over into the 2 weeks, which kind of makes sense.
General Grievous, $1 snipe, and then Area 51, $1 snipe. So Area 51, I think, is the last Super Chat slot.
Perfect.
Whenever we end it, which we're going to end it now, I think. So until next time, he's Commander Calkins, and I'm Emperor Foley. I got a bigger hat. I can make the deals.